Hello, my dear Leos. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between Mars 1 and Mars 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I now use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. So I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewers. So I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives, to find themselves in loving relationship. I also want you to have creative success and to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to take the chance to tell you about the full moon, Mars 12. February 26, we will have, or we have had, depending on when you're watching this, a solar eclipse, annular solar eclipse, where the moon doesn't completely cover the sun due to it being too far away from Earth. So, my dear Leos, I will just tune in for a few seconds here. Okay, so Leo, this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. The now is probably the first part of March 2017, but whenever you watch this, is probably the exact right time for you to see it. So the first card for you is the Star card. So the Star card is a card of divine guidance. It's linked to Aquarius. We can see here a divine figurine kind of flying over the ruins of some old, maybe human inhabited. You can also see that there's 2 strokes from each of her hand. So this might indicate like 2 people or 2 souls being mixed together here. Kind of, it's like a mission almost like building on some old ruins. Old ruins might indicate like karma, old things, old kind of missions that you have had that really maybe didn't went so well. It's like why we are here. We're here to experience, we're here to make mistakes, and we are here to try over and over again until we make it. So this card is about this, like a second chance, like you will get a second chance on fixing this. You will always have second chances. You will always have a new try. Sometimes we can feel it like we are going in circles, and we are kind of seeing where we did our past mistakes, and we see these past mistakes kind of coming against us, and we see it, and we see, okay, I won't fall into the same pit again. It's like riding your bicycle down the road and seeing a hole and deciding like, I won't fall into this hole. And then you fall into this hole, you do the same mistake again. Next time, traveling down the same road, you see the hole, you kind of want to avoid the hole, but you go down in the hole again. Eventually, you will have learned so much, you will have this experience in your backbone, being able to avoid the hole. So this might implicate, like, on your life, this might be like you having the same problems over and over again with your work, with your friends, in your relationship, typically in your relationship, the same kind of pattern appearing again and again. Sometimes it's a pattern being foundation, having its foundation in a past lifetime. Sometimes it might be coming from childhood. So it's usually like this, like the same kind of performance, the same kind of theater with the same drama, with the same kind of actor. When everything is on place, like you need a victim and a perpetrator and everything. When everything is on place, the show can begin. And so this is kind of what the second chance is about. It's like, okay, now we have made a beautiful scene for you. We have made it by synchronicity and divine timing and everything. So now let's the show begin. And it's about healing. You don't do this to drive yourself insane. It's about healing your patterns, healing yourself and also your surrounding. It's kind of dreaming the same nightmare over and over again until you make it. But this is also a beautiful card about soul connection, about having a destiny together with a soul group or one other person. And it's also being very much having divine guidance through your life. So if this is still in your now, if you are looking at this in February, it might still be in your now. Be very watchful for signs, like road signs. It might come like the same, different person saying the same thing. That might be a sign. And also trust yourself and your own instinct, because the deepest instincts and deepest feelings within you are usually have some beautiful connection with the divine. Some can also have connection to those wounds and traumas that you might be here to heal. The next card for you is King of Coins. So the King of Coins is kind of a husband, but also a gardener of earth. It might indicate Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo. It might indicate a person from long-lasting relationship of yours. Maybe the person that you have been entangled with here in the river of time, male or female. King just means that this is a person being like very goal oriented and very like they are firm with going towards what they want and what they want to create. So, and it's also like taking a lot of responsibility when you are a king. So it can be a female or a male. It doesn't really matter. The King of Coins for now has kind of being entangled in patriarchal power plays for the last 6,000 years or so, where this person haven't been really the divine gardener of earth, but more like the excavator of earth, mining her, cutting down her forest, everything to enrich oneself. But the Star card and the King of Coins together here, it tells a story which I have heard many times, and you might have heard it too many times by now, that we are in this paradigm of shift. We are going into a more equal society where people are going to kind of find their own authority inside themselves, their own divine guidance. So outside authority is not longer needed. So power structure will be very difficult to maintain. So this might be going on in a relationship. It's also going on in big scales. And sometimes this old male paradigm has it's reluctant. It doesn't want to go away, and it might die screaming. So for some male people, or they might need help and guidance to stay firm, because they need to go out from this old power authority shift to becoming more true themselves. So it's like a birth for either your male side or if you are a male person, or you have a male person in your life. So be gentle and guide with stability and clarity. Try to show that there's still beautiful things, even though the ego must die and leave room to the soul instead to take place, for the male individual to be truly more themselves, not longer following rules about how you need to act, how much you need to work, or what kind of political view you should have as a male, or male status. It's like social status. Things like this will go away. It will wither away for more important things. We don't need more CEOs, we need more wise people. So this is a stepping up of the wise man, the gardener of earth, instead of the one that's kind of cutting out the branch which we are living on. So this is a beautiful birth. It's a beautiful healing that might be going on in your relationships, or in yourself, like your inner male side. So here we see the Ace of Coins, and that's actually the gateway into to paradise. It's Earth, and it's. I talked about this circle where you go around in the same circle, and when you actually are able to be aware enough so you don't fall into the same hole, you don't do the same mistake again, this door will open and you will come into a new cycle of life higher up, like one step higher up. It's like leveling up in a video game, and you don't have to do the same thing again. It will be something new that will come to you and wants to be or wants to have your attention. But for the old thing, the old pattern, I see this has been solved for you right now. It has something to do with maybe your father figure. Your inner authority has become more whole. You are not listening maybe so much on outside authority now. You are listening to the inside authority, becoming more aligned with your true nature, with your inner garden. So your male authority inside you is becoming more aligned with your body, with your actual being. No longer tormenting yourself because you don't work hard enough, or you don't have the right kind of social status, or you need to do different things to become a part of society. Now this is changing. You are becoming more truly you, truly manifesting yourself, your true soul. This is making you actually very powerful and more able to create what you really want in your world. And this is because you have become more aware of your inner authority and your kind of your inner why you are here, your inner mission. So when you're more aligned with yourself, you are also becoming more powerful because all your energy is being aimed towards one direction. So you're becoming a powerful magician and very, very magnetic, working with the law of attraction towards your goals. So it seems like it has been going really swell for you, Leos, here in the past here before March 1. The last card is very much like the Magician as well. It's Knight of Wands. That's usually Sagittarius energy. We have Mercury here as well, like being a messenger, and the Knight of Wands being a very moving energy. Sagittarius with the symbol of an arrow is hastily moving, and it's kind of not settling until it has reached its goal. So something is being born within you, and it's already a king. So it's something that you are going to be very skilled on doing, and it's how you are maintaining your body and becoming in your authority, and thereby having much more energy and much more magnetic manifesting skills. So the Knight of Wands is kind of saying to not settle until you find the right place, the place where you can feel at home. So the Knight of Wands it's not giving up until it has reached its goal. So it seems like you are very much aligned with the divine. You are very much aligned with your inner authority, very much aligned with the law of attraction, also very much aligned with the passionate nature within you, the longing. It's kind of you won't rest until you have got this, what you have been working so hard for. So this is a very relentless energy, and it's also very supported. So find your dreams and follow them. This is the advice for this past time in this reading. For some of you, you will watch in February, and this will be the now. But for some of you, it will be in the past. You have become this powerful creator, very much yourself. So here we have the now, and it's a 7. It comes underneath a star, the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups, it's like you are distrusting yourself a little bit, maybe distrusting what the divine is saying to you, distrusting your feelings, maybe thinking that you are going bonkers because of your feelings might be very strong, and you might feel like a little bit over dramatic. But the 7 of Cups actually wants to heal all the, those holes in the road. It wants to heal your pattern. The Seven of Cups is about projections. It's about not really seeing the truth, but more fearing the fearing the future. So it's like when we have learned that this hole is dangerous, we can start to get agitated when we are getting closer to the hole. So we might start to be afraid of what our partners do, or we are fearing that what will happen on our workplace and in our friendship, family, so on. We think that we know what will happen because we have been here before. It's kind of a trauma being awakened, an old memory. But remember, this is only projection. So if you can be very aware in this moment, having the star guiding you and all, because this is the ruins and this is the reminiscence of the ruins. So you will get fearful in different situations, the usual situation which you normally get fearful inside of. And this time you will be fearful and you will be awake. You will know that this is an old fear, an old warning system kind of hitting off. And I would urge you to communicate your feelings. So if you are getting fearful, you're maybe starting to feel angry at some of your family member or a partner or someone at work, or fearing something that, oh, they don't like me anymore, or they will do like this and this. First see it for yourself, and when possible, please communicate this to your surrounding. This is what I want. I fear this. But still take a lot of responsibility for this, because it's coming from you. It's just a warning signal. But it's kind of what... Sometimes you create your own reality with your fears. And the Seven of Cups is this card for you creating your reality through remembering the past, and therefore fearing the future, and therefore creating your future as it was in the past. So you have like a really good window in time here where you can start to become aware of your fears and be awake when the fear comes. See it for yourself, communicate it, but still take responsibility. Know that it's just a fear. It has probably nothing to do with what's really happening. This is a chance of healing this pattern that you have been going through. So that's very beautiful, but it might feel really sucky and really fearful. You might be really afraid and think that people are out to get you and things will go wrong and stuff like that. And here you have the Three of Swords coming from the King of Coins here. So it's something with how it's some fear of the masculine. It might be a pattern that you have had together with a father figure or something like that you might be fearful will repeat itself. The Three of Swords is an old hurt. It's an old pain. And as I have been telling you, you repeat it usually again and again. So it might have something to do with either like how a male person is supposed to act in society. So being stuck in this kind of pattern, have to fulfill some old big shoes that's not really for you or is not really for your soul. It might also be how you have been hurt by a male person or abandoned or betrayed, because the Three of Swords is usually becoming very disappointed, kind of feeling abandoned, or that someone has done something, some kind of backstabbing or letting you down, usually letting you down. So it might be a little different for different people, but it has something to do with the old male paradigm, either what has been kind of requested out of you. You have something that other people around you want you to also follow in the footsteps. Be a good worker, collect a lot of money, have a social status, being the alpha male or alpha female. But it can also be like how they hurt me, how they betrayed me, how they used me, things like this. So try to be very aware in this time, because I don't think that this is what's really going on. I think this is what you are remembering. And this reminiscence is very important, because it's the time when you can actually start to heal. So when you think that people in your surrounding are doing sucky things, look again, see what this fear is coming from, And also try to voice it, at least for yourself, and if possible also for the person that you think are this threatening to you, and tell, so maybe you can have an open communication, because communication, if you can have an open communication, maybe get support from this person which you see as your perpetrator, you might actually heal. You might be able to do it quicker if you have support from this person which you fear, or from this situation. It might be like an icon, also an authority icon. So maybe you are fearful of some authority, maybe the police, and you are being stopped by the police. And when you tell them, I usually get very fearful when I'm stopped by the police, and they can say, okay, so we will take it really easy with you, and I will tell you what will happen. We will do like this and this. Usually people are nice. Most people are nice, and they want to help you if you tell them that you are hurting, or that you are afraid, or that you have an old trauma. You can't use this trauma as a crutch, like so people will feel sorry for you. You need to take a lot of responsibility, but you can communicate and say that I'm fearful, and I want us to talk me through this, so I will be able to heal. And the next card is death, and death comes really central here. And it comes underneath the Ace of Coins. And the Ace of Coins is a gateway. And the death is also a gateway. It's a gateway to another dimension. It's a gateway to something totally new. It's this leveling up that I have been talking to you about. But something old needs to go. You have been holding on to a pattern. It might have almost become an addiction. Like you can think about this and is scaring yourself a little bit. And that might kick something inside of you, making you feel cozy or home, or really frightened. And this might be a very comfortable, or a feeling that you know. So sometimes we are very addicted to our old patterns as well. And we kind of justify ourselves that I'm so hurt, or these people, they are always hurting me. But it seems like now it's time for letting go of this old pattern, even if it has been like a crutch for you. There's something else waiting for you. With the death card, the old needs to go. Also holding up on to work that's not for you, a relationship that's not really making you happy, ways of being that's not really making you happy. You can be like trying to get love from different situations by being very helpful. Maybe this isn't you. You need to reevaluate everything with you right now because of the death card. Because when it comes, it wants to be seen. If you don't notice it, if you don't do the change, later the tower will come and kind of, give you a smack to the head, so you really will be able to wake up. But the death, it has being foreseen by 11, justice. When you feel like things is unjust, you need to make a change. Number 12, you don't want to make the change. You don't want to let go of the old stuff. Number 13, things are dying. You need to let go of the old stuff. Number 14 will come. The 14 is like you taking in your opposite side. You're actually becoming something more than you were before. You are letting yourself being more than you were before. Then 15 will come, the devil. Things that you have missed, things that you need. Shadow sides of you, usually those kind of projections that you need to see. And then if you are not listening, if you are not having this attention to what you need to pay attention to, those old wounds, the tower will come and usually just sweep away things from you. So here we have a beautiful card, kind of shows you what will be on the other side when you are mindful, awake, aware, see what's happening, seeing that it's a pattern, it has nothing to do with reality. What will come instead is what we have been dreaming about. The big dreams, they will be fulfilled. You have the Magician here and the 10 of Cups. So beware of what you're asking for, because your dreams might come true here. As soon as you let the old pattern go, as soon as you are not afraid anymore to kind of be your true self and tell people exactly what's going on within you, because if you don't tell them, they won't know you, and if they don't know you, they can't help you. and they can't be like your people if you don't show them what's going on inside of you. The next card is the Page of Wands. So we see here how you kind of make a little bit of a regression from Knight of Wands to Page of Wands. It's like an inward journey towards your childhood. We are going to kind of back the tape to see who you were when you came. What kind of longing did you have? What have you been longing for your whole life? This is where you need to put your willpower and your aim and your energy, because it's something wants to be created here. It's like you need to go back, you need to take off your your social patterns, your old traumas, and becoming truly you, because the true you, the Leo that you are, is probably needed. Pure fire, and then kind of Sagittarius energy, but it's for you, Leo. It can also represent Aries, or any kind of fiery person that's kind of very determined, creative to reach their goal. So here we have the future, and the future wears the Queen of Wands, you. It's usually Aries, this is usually Sagittarius. King of Wands is usually Leo, but all of this is about you now. So we have this underneath the Star card and the Seven of Cups. So you have been fearful of being in your true strength and kind of know what you know, and also tell people. Because you don't want to be judged for being your true self. It's kind of scary. But you need to, when you're judged for being not you, you don't have to take that so seriously, because they were only judging, one of your masks, one of your faces. But when you're becoming truly you and really saying what you really mean and what you really think and what you really believe in, that's when the stakes gets a little bit high. But the Queen of Wands, she doesn't care, because she is very much in her own authority, very much aligned with herself. So she just goes with what feels right. She has been here so many lifetimes. She's so experienced. So she has a lot to learn other people, and she loves herself as much as she loves the next one. So she's not going to put herself in a corner. She's not going to disbelieve herself or questioning herself. If she wants something, if she feels something, she's going to tell, and she's not going to back down. This is you becoming so much more aligned with your true self, with seeing through your projection, and actually seeing that the thing that you have fear, when you start to voice it, people will start to understand you. They will not be fearful of you anymore when you really tell them what's going on underneath the surface. So this is actually going to help both you and your surrounding, with you becoming more true you. Because if someone is like this fiery and actually rather bitchy, and kind of pretend to be a victim like this, and say, don't kick on me, when everybody knows that she is kind of a fearsome dragon. So this will be a lie. The Seven of Cups is a lie. So people know that you are just playing victim, and that you are a really strong creature underneath it all. So when you start telling them what's actually going on, they can understand you instead of fearing you. So become much more truthful, more pure and honest, more truly you. The next card is the Moon. So the Moon is... it's much like the Three of Swords. It's going down in trauma, remembering past hurtful things, and actually finding your strength down here. Because usually when you're put to trauma, you are kind of adjusting yourself, changing yourself, so that trauma won't be happening again. You might be, starting to lower your voice when you're talking with angry people. That's an adjustment to not be facing trauma. You can start to, say, okay, this is what I think, but if you don't think the same, well, we'll go with what you believe is true. And this is in the face of authority, like the daddy figure. So King of Coins can be usually authority that's more like doctors, fathers, things like that. It's usually not police and things. That's more King of Swords, but sometimes this can be in the same box, so to speak, with authority figures. So you need to, as again, back the tape to before this happened. So you will go down and you will remember who you were before this happened, before you start lowering your voice, before you started to put yourself in a corner, before you started to compromise yourself. So you will remember. The moon is your subconscious. It's kind of you having a tape recorder, that's viewing everything in your life and kind of downloading it to your subconscious. So every living second you have had, you still remember this on a subconscious level. So there's a lot of things being stored down here, a lot of experience. So you will be able to go down in the memories and back the tape. And how will you do this? Usually through sadness, to great sadness. And people are fearing sadness. But when you feel this great sadness, see it as a gift. And it's a time for you to maybe go into a dark room, lay down in fetal position, feeling your body, and kind of downloading the memories. It will be usually hurtful memories because this is the one that have made you change who you were from the beginning. So painful memories usually. But they will make you aware of where you have tampered with yourself, where you have compromised yourself. So you will be able to go back to the creature you were before, because this is the one we need right now. So it might be a painful experience during this season of your life, but it will probably mostly go on deep down level, so not really on the surface level. It might come up as, with the Death card, it can come up as big losses, but since the 10 of Cups is coming right after, I don't think this is a big catastrophe. I think it's more going on inside of you. You might not really know why you are feeling so sad or upset, or but see it as a gift. It comes as a gift, for you are supposed to remember something important and becoming something other than you currently are. So here's the Hangman. So you won't be able to run away this time. You are not going to use your old survival skills. We have many types of survival skills. Some people will, heighten their voice when they come into conflict and always win the conflicts because they have a agitated voice. Other persons will flee. Other persons will, just put on the ice machine. There's a lot of different survival skills, but I say to you, your survival skills won't help you this time. So the old things are going to fall out of your pockets, and the time is going to stand still until you figure this out. The old escape route, the old escape exit is blocked. So you will need to find out another way to do this, probably facing the fear, doing the most fearful thing. For example, telling the person that this concerns what's really going on, even though it might risk you being even more traumatized, because either it will heal you or it will hurt you even more. But it's kind of not known option here, because when it comes this major arcana cards like this here, you have the star and the moon, number 12 and 13, Hangman, death, 17, 18. So it's like you have no option. It's kind of you being squeezed by the divine. They are squeezing you because they want something else out of you. They want you to react very natural to this, like with your true instincts, not with your survival skills. So try to find out what you really would like to do, but you are too fearful to do it. And this will be the key, the way out, the way to resolve this, the way to level up. The next card is Page of Coins. So again, with this Earth. So you might be, with Earth, it might be something that you're working on, like in a long-term relationship, family, long-term friendship, work, things like that's manifested, truly manifested on Earth for a long time, not just a fling with a relationship, but something that has been going on for a long time. And it seems here with the Magician and the 10 of Cups, that you might be co-working on this together with someone else that's also are currently working on becoming themselves. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. It can be any person that has been with you for the long haul. Kind of someone that's, because it seems like both of you are working to becoming more your true self, to finding your true self. The Page of Coins is kind of the reason to why you came. It's the seed that you were when you came. But we already have a fire child, so yes, this can be you also on a more earthly level. This is your fiery inner child, the one that's the rebel, having a strong willpower, my way or the highway. The Page of Coins is more like, it's a person wants to learn. It's a person wants to listen to others. It's a person having ears like big as elephant ears, trying to take in as much experience as possible because they have a mission. So they want to be as well informed as possible to be able to do this mission. So it's kind of you having a seed here that wants to grow. So the seed might be like a certain person in your life wants to grow into becoming their true self. It's also about you, but I have already told you this, that you need to become your true self. And it's 2 children here. So it might be that you're doing this together with someone else, going through those phases, kind of facing your inner child and your inner demons from childhood and things like this, becoming more truly yourself, peeling off the shell of society like you peel off a banana. The last card here, it's a Knight of Cups. You have the Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Coins. So it's definitely some group work, probably within love and feelings as well, because this is deep-rooted feelings, like underwater feelings that you might be really scared of, that they will come and devour you, but they are not. They are going to come for healing you. So you need to get to know those underwater creatures, your underwater fears, the fears that you have in a deep surface, layer in your water emotions here. Knight of Cups is a really good card, and it comes here from the Ace of Coins, the 10 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So even if you feel that you have very much work and maybe conflicts and, you know, a lot of sadness and projections and things going on in a relationship or together with someone that's very important for you, this is actually, you are on a healing mission here with the Ace of Coins, the 10 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. I think maybe you have been enemies before and traumatized each other, but now it's like you are teaming up and becoming more and more like friends, and not seeing each other like enemies anymore. So maybe you will have this warm embrace where you actually can start telling this person who you really are, and they can tell you who they really are, and neither of you will judge the other person. So it looks very beautiful. I will take some cards from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to see a little bit more deeper what's been going on. Okay, so we take those 2 cards. Falling out, the Phoenix. It's kind of the death card. It's resurrection, surrender to change. You need to surrender to change. You need to go through this change now, even though you are fearful and you think like, well, you don't want to. But this, you have to. You can't resist this. It's just going to heighten and worsen the energy. So give up, yield, and see what's the thing that you always avoid trying to do, and kind of do this time. It's like there's a plan for you. The Chess Queen, trust, strategizing. So trust in the divine plan for you that's already been made, and go with this, because I think you will be caught in a really warm embrace when you have been able to do this. It's actually looking very prosperous. So you will do something that you are fearful of, maybe opening up, being vulnerable, probably, and it's going to be rewarding, is what I see. And here we have the past life oracle card. See a little bit what's the big trauma of it all that has been going on for you. Okay, so it's much of what I talked to you about with the King of Coins, this old paradigm, how we have been forced underneath an authority that wasn't our own and weren't a divine authority, but a human authority, wanting to use and abuse us, using us as mindless slaves. But when you are becoming into your own authority, this old thing is going to go. I think we are going back into a communal living. I think we are going to be more connected in the future, but we are going to be so as individuals, like, and also having more understanding for each other, letting everyone being as they are. We don't need to be sheeps in a flock anymore. We can be a diversity of individuals and still living in a communal thing. But it seems like your trauma is coming from a past where this community, for being a part in the community, for being a part, surviving, having the warm embrace of others, being let into the circle of warmth and family, maybe you need to imprison yourself and put some of your soul parts to prison and kind of remodel yourself to get accepted. But now you need to take yourself out of prison, becoming a true individual and yet participating with other people. So it's not going to be easy. The easy way was to kind of kneel and change into something, adapt to something that other humans could like. But now this is not an option anymore. So you need to be able to communicate yourself very good to be able to let them know who you are. So this, with you being more true yourself, won't cause so many conflicts. Instead, you can tell, like, this is how I feel, this is how I react, this is how I think. Let people get to know the true you. Okay, I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care. I am also very grateful for all of you liking, subscribing, liking, and commenting to my videos, watching as well. And for all of you watching this far, that's very patient. So take really good care of yourself, and I hope to see you again in the middle of Mars. Okay, bye-bye.